in a bad way, but what won't you miss?
What will I not miss?
Yeah.
I won't necessarily miss working in Vancouver at 3 o'clock in the morning on a rooftop in the rain in the wintertime.
What do you want fans to remember about Diggle?
Well, it's great because the fans are a big piece of Diggle. I mean, John Diggle didn't exist in the comic books until the fans really kind of connected to it, and he was put in there. So the fans have a lot to say about it. What I want to remember that they were in a day were entertainers, you know, and that it was a well written and well played character. I mean, that's what I think about when I think about, you know, Misfits of Science. You guys remember that show? Anybody here at this table remember that show?
I got you.
The Incredible Hulk with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. You know, I just remember how good Bill Bixby was and how frightened of the Hulk played by Lou Ferrigno when I was a kid, right? I mean, now there's a certain opinion when you look back on it. But when you know, that's what I think about, like how much it touched my life. So that's all you want to do. I just want to be effective as an entertainer.
Would you like something not to be answered?
Yes, and there will be some questions still left, and that's great because there's always room for spin-offs.
We know that Oliver obviously made a deal with the Monitor, which will kind of put this into differences, but Diggle has, for the most part, been one of Oliver's biggest defenders and biggest protectors. How is he going to handle that kind of threat and just dynamic shift as Oliver is?
Well, with a certain amount of unbelief first, because I think that's Diggle's wheelhouse, even at this point. That it's seeing people that fly and that move faster than light is something that he is not normally in his wheelhouse. So there's a bit of adjustment in terms of that, but that's a very small thing. Once he makes the adjustment, he's right there at Oliver's side. So it'll be a repeat of that, pretty much.
The emotions are obviously at a fever pitch.
Yeah.
When will it be real to you that it's?
Oh, today was pretty good. Yeah. Today was, you know, I mean, it was also real. You know, Steven came to my trailer the first time and told me he was leaving the show. There was that was a real moment, and then you kind of get back into the production of it, so you can start working. But today was really kind of a reminder of, all right, look around, because this is kind of it. You know, so this has been sobering.
So have you enjoyed doing a shorter season as opposed to the 20 plus episode season?
It's shrouded in the fact that it's both shorter and the last. So it's difficult to kind of make the separation of, I wonder how this would have felt, you know, with the idea that we'll be back next season doing 10. You know, it would have felt different. So it's overshadowed. The idea that we're doing 10 and how does that feel, how does the rhythm go doing 10, is a bit overshadowed by the fact that it's our last 10.
Without asking you to reveal anything that's not out there already, we've heard a couple of tidbits from the crossover, including Burt Ward is guest starring. We're going to have a couple of Supermans. What has you most excited outside of the Diggle story?
Yeah. I think how we get in the crisis, how we get into it. And each episode is kind of obviously a sprint to that finish line. And that's what's kind of exciting me the most, just in terms of each piece is kind of like, oh, you're getting closer and closer, the anticipation of it. So, but in terms of the crisis itself, the actual script and what we'll see on that day, I don't know if I have any expectation, because I'm kind of deeply involved in the journey at this point. You know, I don't know if I, you know, getting there has really been very exciting. It's like we're working on about to go on this episode 2, and it's just like, oh, episode 1 was crazy. And so that's been where my head's been so far.